We're starting our new unit. This unit is transformations. Make sure you put your name on your foldable so that you don't get it confused with anybody else's. And flip over to the first flap, and it looks like this. These are translations. So a translation is an image that slides to a new location, and you can remember translations because it has SL and it slides, just in case you forget which transformation is what. So this says translate the figure 6 left 6 and up 8, give the coordinates of the new points. So let's list all of the original points. A is at 2, -3. B is at 2, -8. C is at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, -8. D is at 8, -3, and E is at 2, 3, 4, 5, -1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we're going to actually translate it 6 left and 8 up. So A is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's right there. I'm going to take this off so that doesn't get confusing, but that is A prime. And E, when I move it over and up, it will be right there. That is E prime. This little thing here means prime. It means you have moved it once. You will add a second one if you moved it twice, and a third one if you've moved it 3 times, and they are called primes. So this is A prime, and this is E prime. And then D prime goes right here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. C prime goes right there. And B prime goes right there. And so whenever we redraw it, ooh, that is not a straight line. Sorry. Well, if you draw straight lines, yours probably looks way better than mine. If we moved it 6 to the left, A prime is now at -4. And if we move it 8 up, A prime is now at 5. And B prime is at -4 and 0. C prime is at 2 and 0. And D prime is at 2 and 5. And E prime is at -1, 3. And it's asking if you see a pattern. So if you look, when we moved left 6, how did we get from 2 to -4? Well, we subtracted 6. How did we get from 8 to 2? We subtracted 6. So if it moves left, you subtract your x's. If it moves right, you're going to do the opposite, so that'd be adding your x's. Now look at the other one. If it moved up 8, how do we get from -3 to 5? Well, we added 8. So if it goes up, you're going to add to your y. If it goes down, you're going to subtract your y. So that's why we can do example 2 without a coordinate plane. So we have our original point is 7, 6. So 7, and we're going to move it left 12. Left is minusing, so we're going to subtract 12. And then down 3, down is minusing, so we're going to subtract 3. So our new point is really -4, 3. In example 4, you're supposed to plot these points. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is A. B is at -4, 1. C is at 1, 1. And D is at 1, -4. And then it says, translate the figure 4 units to the right and 3 units up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. This is B prime. C prime. Oh, oops. Not there. 3 units up. And that is A prime and C prime. Oh, it did say connect to your original A, B, and C. Excuse me, sorry. It said to translate it, so once you translate it, since we translated a square, we need to outline this square. Again, sorry about the not straight lines. And then it says draw segments A prime, so like that, and B prime, C and C prime, and D and D prime. That should be a D prime, not a C. So we made a cube. Now you know how to make a cube. Okay, we have to describe each translation. So how do we get from A to B? So from A to B. So we just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it moved right 10. And it moved down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The new way that we're going to write this, though, is, remember right and left is with your X, and if you move right, we're going to add 10. And if it moves down 5, we're going to subtract 5. So this is actually the way that we're going to write our transformations. Yes, it moved right 10 and down 5, but this is the correct answer to it. Now, how did it go from B to D? It moved right. It moves right 2. That's shorthand for right 2. It moves down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So our answer is X plus 2 and Y minus 6. D to C, it moves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 to the left. And it goes 1 down. So X minus 12 because we're going to the left, and Y minus 1. Now flip to your next flap. These are rotations. So a rotation is when you turn to create a new image. And there are 2 types. There is clockwise and counterclockwise. So if you're thinking of a clock, this is 6 o'clock, this is 12 o'clock. We usually read it in this way. So this way is clockwise. And this way is counterclockwise. And whenever you turn, 90 degrees is a quarter turn, or it is a 3/4 turn in the other direction that it says. But really all you have to remember is the quarter turn. And most of y'all should know that 90 degrees you turn a quarter to get there. 180 is a full half turn. You turn halfway around. And it doesn't matter which direction, 180 will always be a half turn in either direction. So if it says 180, it does not matter in which direction you move. 270 is a 3/4 turn or a quarter turn in the other direction. So all this means is if I say turn 270 degrees clockwise, you really only have to do a quarter turn counterclockwise to get to the same points. So 270, it's actually easier to move in the other direction. 90 degrees, if that makes any sense, because 270 plus 90 is 360. But you will, of course, see examples of this in a minute. 360 is a full turn in no matter what direction. So 360 is when you turn all the way around and you're facing the same direction again. So describe each rotation. I wish I could turn these pages. So what I want you to actually do is to take your foldable and turn it clockwise and counterclockwise until this A looks just like this one. So if you turn it and you turn it clockwise, just a quarter turn clockwise, it will look the same. So this is 90 degrees clockwise. So if you take your foldable and you turn it and try to get this second P to look like the first P, you actually are going to do it 90 degrees counterclockwise. And if you turn your foldable on this triangle, if you you want the second one to look like the first one, and you keep turning it, it's actually 180 degrees. And remember, we do not need to put a direction, whether it's clockwise or counterclockwise, because in 180 degrees, it does not matter. Okay, the easiest way to do this is if you take your foldable and you physically turn it 90 degrees until you are looking in the other direction. So what I want you to do is to make this the top. So I want you to turn your foldable until this is the top of your page. Oh wait, I lied. Don't do that yet. You will do it in just a minute. Let's write down A, B, and C. A is 1, 2, 3, 4. Negative 4, 2. B is 4, 5, 6, 7. Negative 7. 7. And C is 3, negative 3. 9. Okay, now turn it until this is the top. Until you can read this part of your foldable the right way. And that is a 90-degree clockwise turn. So whenever you're looking at it with this way at the top, I want you to plot this point as if this was your x-axis and this was your y-axis. So what you would do is you go negative 4, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. In fact, if you are on your phone, you should really turn your phone sideways so that this is the top as well. So this actually makes more sense to you. And this is your A prime. And then you go negative 4, negative 5, negative 6, negative 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this is B prime. And then you go negative 3, 7, 8, 9. And that is C prime. And then you connect them. Okay, switch it back to normal. So this is no longer the top. This is the top. And we're going to write down A prime, B prime, and C prime's coordinates. A prime is at 2, 4. B prime is at 7, 7, and C prime is at 9, 3. So what we do is, this is our, whenever we're talking about transformations, we say this is our XY. That's our prime, our original. And whenever we moved it at a 90-degree turn, what's the difference between this first one to the second one? Well, the 2 that was in our Y position went to our X position. So we write it like this. And I know that's weird, it's backwards. And then our X position, our original X, went over here to our Y and became positive. So you're going to change the sign and put your X where your Y went. So that is a 90-degree clockwise turn. Okay, now I want you to turn your foldable again until this is the top. And we want this to be our X, but for this to be your Y. So it should be completely upside down. And now whenever you're looking at it, you need to go negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And that is a double prime. And then you're going to go 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 1, 2, 6, 7. That's not 7. There we go. So this is B double prime. And then C is at 7, 8, 9. Oh wait, sorry. I'm sorry, I should probably told you this. You will always be doing this. So whenever you turn your paper around a full 180 degrees, you are still plotting the same original points when it's upside down. And you're going to be looking at it upside down and plotting these green points. So my A right here, as long as your paper is upside down, that's where it will be. Your B is right there, and then your C is at negative 3, positive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And this is your C double prime, and connect those. Okay. Now put your paper back to its original so that this becomes the top. So turn your foldable back around, and we're going to do those coordinates. So A double prime is at 1, 2, 3, 4, negative 2. B double prime is at 7, negative 7. And C double prime is at 3, negative 9. So how did we get from here to here? That's what we're going to write here. So the way that we got from here to here was our X became the negative of our Y, and our Y became our X. So this 3 went to the X position, and then this X went to the Y position and changed its sign. So that was 100 degrees clockwise. Lastly, we're going to do the 270 degrees, so you need to make this your top. Now we're going to, this will be our X, and this will be our Y. And we're going to go, still with the green points, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And that is a triple prime. 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is B triple prime. And then 8, 9. This is C triple prime. And then connect your dots. Okay, turn your foldable back around. So it's right side up, so this is the top again, and then we're going to write our coordinates for our triple primes. A triple prime is negative 2, negative 4. B triple prime is negative 7, negative 7. And C triple prime is negative 9, negative 3. So that means we took our X, made it our Y, and changed its sign, and we took our Y and made it our X. So Y, negative X. And that's 270 degrees clockwise. So as you can see, every single time that you turn it clockwise, you move your Y to your X position, and you change the sign of your X and move it to your Y. If you want to just go from the green straight to 180, you would need to compare those two. So how does this compare with this one? Well, all we did is we changed our signs. So whenever you go from the original straight to 180 and you don't do the 90 first, all you do is you change your signs. If you go straight from the original to 270, you flip them and you only change the sign of your new x's, and that's it. This is the end of your video for today. Please have a good weekend otherwise, and make sure that you're prepared for Monday.